Samoa, very, very impressive. They had a great win in pool play over New Zealand, a good win in pool play against the USA, and really went into that day two as probably the team to beat at that stage. Slipped up against Argentina, but rebounded really strongly to take 5th overall. So Samoa looking really, really, really good last weekend, and this weekend they'll want to go a bit further.
And a best place finish for Spain in the series this year, 10th in LA. Beat Canada and the United States 7 days ago. Short turnaround, of course. Short flight, 3 hours from Southern California to British Columbia. And Morne Ferreira from South Africa has the whistle. Samoa in Pool A. It's match number 5 in the men, day 1 of 3 days. They kick off from right to left. Spain to receive in their familiar red. Todd lifts up, trying to get Paul Pla some possession. Stays with his side. Of course, they famously beat New Zealand here a couple of years ago. Did the Spanish outfit, and it's been knocked there, and Samoa looked to come in. It's all very messy. Ball eventually comes back. And Owen Niue with early possession for Samoa, but not the cleanest.
Not quite sure what's going on there. Ball being thrown around. Samoa doing a really good job of coming up defensively. That cut down on the Spanish options, but yeah, some very, very loose passing. Not sure if the ball's getting slick or anything inside the bubble. You'd have thought we were okay, but some loose handling there from both teams, and they'll need to sharpen that up. Samoa starting with the ball now on the edge of the Spanish 22. This is a great attacking opportunity. Lined all their backs up to the right, and we'll have a great opportunity to get on the board first here.
You can see Samoa there sitting in 5th place. So want to get into the top 4 for automatic Olympic qualification. Just 3 points shy in the series behind Fiji. That's why every single match has been so important this season. Samoa pick up on the base. Matavau has a run himself. Melani Matavau, one of the 3 co-captains in this side. Across they work to Vavasa Afasua. The big battering ram goes upfield. Such a hard unit to bring down. Samoa has space on the left. Apelu Maliko takes them on himself. Good pass in the end. It comes the way for Falaniko, and down the right-hand side. It's a speedy finish in the end for Owen Niue, and Manu Samoa on the board first here at BC Place.
Samoa strike back. Yeah, really well straightened here from Apelu Maliko. That gets Samoa on the front foot. And the offload, I'm not sure if he's going for the second man, but if he is, that was absolutely remarkable. Straight into the hands, and Niue has the pace to score in the corner and put Samoa on the board first. Still a little bit loose, a little bit fragmented. They're not quite being as direct and aggressive together as I think they can, but Samoa striking first and getting off to a good start.
And Matty, you've played on the series many years as well. Talk us through the short break, of course, playing last weekend as difficult conditions in our 3-day tournament.
Absolutely, and I think particularly it depends how you come off it. Last weekend would have been very hard on the bodies with the weather, with the long delays. So I think taking that mental break to get back into things, it allows you to carry on your momentum. I think if you finish the weekend feeling really, really good, it's often a lot easier to go into next weekend and start off well.
5-0 for Samoa. Lovely take again. This time it is Paul Pla. Sister Barbara, captain of the Spanish women's side as well. He debuted back in 2017. Juan Ramos is their playmaker. Over the top he goes. Contact there for Alejandro La Foja. Penalty goes the other way though.
Samoa shooting up on the outside with their last 2 defenders. It looks like they're trying to prevent Spain from getting into those wide channels. Spanish held enough depth where they could get it there, but just a little bit of inaccuracy to the breakdown. It looked like he was trying to latch on, go down with the ball carrier, but the referee deeming the support was not allowing a fair competition, and that's what we want to have here at the breakdown. We want both teams to have the opportunity to compete for the ball, makes for exciting, makes for turnovers, and things like that. So just want to make sure we're having that at every single breakdown.
Samoa, main source from tries, quick tap penalty. Set. Restart as well. They were fabulous last week. Dismantled South Africa 45 points to 5 in one of their matches. Now they find a hard running Vafoi Falaniko. HSBC Dream Team of Vertibly fans in Cape Town. Across they whip it again. Niue can't handle this time. The ball has been knocked on.
That's a tough weekend when you beat South Africa, you beat New Zealand, you beat the USA, and you end up in 5th place. So shows just how good Samoa were at times. But that one lost Argentina puts a dent in your weekend, but it has got them in a solid spot competing for those top 4 opportunities. And starting, it's very interesting. It's weekend to weekend, things completely change. Teams swing from 3rd to 8th and back again. So Samoa right in that hunt there, and they'll know that if they have a good weekend here, as that group probably starts to spread a little bit, they'll want to be at the top end of it.
Yeah, best performance in Cape Town, a 1 goal, beat New Zealand 12-7 in the rain. Images of years gone by when they won the series in 2009, 2010 with the great Wali Mai, Lola Louis, Makeli Pessamino. All fabulous players that still have their names in the record books for Samoa. But Spain, still 5-0, 3 to go in the first half. Los Leones, 7s, coached by Paco Hernandez, former international himself. La Forja throws a nice dummy and goes upfield. Alejandro Forja steps a couple of players. And then again, pinged for the extra roll. So twice on attack, they've lost possession in midfield. Slater gets it away. Falaniko attacks as Niue with him. Samoa been so consistent over the last couple of seasons. And Maliko looks to unleash Niulevea into the 22. Nice little dish. Up a sewer, one-handed flick. Maliko's there yet again. Numbers on the right-hand side for Samoa. The blue jerseys continue to outnumber the red. And a big step back to the inside. It's good footwork. And Owen Niue has the first 2 tries for Samoa in this game.
Samoa striking from the tap penalty, as you mentioned earlier, Dallin, just going through phases, putting the Spanish defense under pressure, and once all the Spanish defenders got pulled over to the right-hand side, the quick offloads allowed Samoa to get the ball to where their numbers were, and here they could have moved, I think Niue could have moved this 2-on-1, chooses to cut back, uses his footwork, uses the defend to get over the line and stretch the lead for Samoa. It's been a very controlled first half for them so far. Haven't really done anything that spectacular, but holding onto the ball, forcing errors from Spain. Spain have had those 2 breakdown inaccuracies, and that's turned the ball over just when they've started to build some momentum. So Samoa with a good half so far, and Spain really need to clean it up in their breakdown area.
Owen Niue, one of the exciting players on their side, 22 years of age. That's another exciting player in the crowd. We've got everybody dressed up here. BC Lions in full support here. Back off range. Thousands of young kids here. As Maliko gets this one off the restart. He goes upfield, not held, flicks it alive. And try awarded. Samoa have their 3rd try, and it's fancy little skills.
Striking right from the kickoff for Samoa, and it looked to me like the kickoff might have bounced off his head, which is not a knock-on. The referee did say it was back off red, but even if this is off... Yeah, straight off of Apelu Maliko's head there, which is not a knock-on. The head does not count as a knock-on. Samoa able to gather in the tackle there. I think Spain felt like he might have been held. Referee deems that he's not held in the tackle. So if the tackler makes contact, the player goes down, but he doesn't fully hold him to the ground, you're allowed to get back to your feet and play on. That's what Samoa do, and strike very quickly. And for Spain, that's a dagger. When you can see 2 very, very quick tries like that, the scoreboard starts to get away from you. Your confidence starts to drop, and you start to wonder, how are we going to get back into this game?
An accidental header works out well here. Taunuu Niulevea scores Samoa's 3rd try, up 17-0. Final play of the first half in Pool A. They leave it behind to the Spanish side. Slater is there with Apelu Maliko.
So knock-on.
The knock-on creeps in. And that will take us to half-time. It's been a controlled performance by Samoa. They lead Spain here 17-0 at the break. So a good, powerful first half there from Samoa. Picking off where they left off last week. And Brian Lima really has his side charging strongly on the current series.
Yeah, I mean, it's so impressive what Brian Lima has done with this team. Samoa obviously had the 2009-10 season where they were top of the standings, but really since then they've scuffled a bit. They've had tournaments here and there where they've looked incredible, done very, very well. But over the course of a season, they haven't had that consistency to be near the top of the standings for the whole year. And Brian Lima has got them really playing very, very well, playing together with a lot of less experienced guys, younger players. And that's a really impressive job he's done. And it's great to have Samoa at the top of the standings, but it has made it such a mess for all these other teams who know there's just one more team who you can rely on to be there at the top. And I mean, for that Oceania qualifier, it really does make it incredibly dramatic. And for all the teams, makes it even more important that they make it into the top 4. Because for these Oceania teams, if only 2 of them make it, that's going to just be such an incredible qualifier. And I think none of those teams will want to be there.
HSBC Canada Sevens. It's all happening here. That is a foot race indeed. Oh, looks very close in the end. It may have to go again. Anything and everything happens on the series. And it is Spain kicking off from right to left, trading 17-0 in Pool A. Their first taste of action here at BC Place against Samoa. They've scored 3 first-half tries. Niulevea, who's on the board as well, has possession. Nice little offload as they look to cut up the middle and then flick it over top. Maliko, perfect timing from the wing three-quarter. Apelu, Maliko gets the second half going for Samoa.
And what a little pass that was by Matavau, cutting through, using his footwork, and then just dissecting 3 Spanish defenders with a perfectly weighted pass into the path of Apelu Maliko. And just, Samoa using their power, burst onto the ball. And just look at this pass here, just right through the middle, out of the outstretched hand. And Apelu Maliko is off to the races. And Samoa starting this half in dominant fashion. And for Spain, that makes it tough. You come out, you have that big talk at halftime. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bring the energy, bring the intensity. Don't worry about the scoreboard. And then right away, it goes against you. And that's just a little one that's going to make it very, very difficult for Spain to remain confident, to remain positive, and to believe that they can come back and have a good end to this game.
Top try scorer for Samoa this season, Apelu Maliko. What can Spain do here? Fresh legs on the field for them as well. Such an important restart to get back and fall to Samoa's side, so they won't be able to get anything here with the Spanish.
Samoa keep hold of the ball, and it doesn't feel like Spain have touched it in quite a long time. 24 passes for Samoa in this game, 5 for Spain, so just really reflect how little of the ball the Spanish have had. There's 2 passages in the first half, each time costly penalties at the breakdown meant they turned it over. So Samoa have just dominated possession, and especially from the kickoff. Samoa, when they're kicking the ball, put the ball up really high and then put pressure on the pod. The Spanish haven't been able to deal with it so far.
Samoa enjoying a 12-game win streak here against Spain so far in recent times. They go up the middle. And it's Paul Slater. They've let him go. And the Samoan playmaker will go in underneath the sticks. He makes it look very easy.
Well done there by Slater to straighten up and cut through the line, but poor defense from the Spanish. You can't assume they're just going to pass the ball wide. This is one pass from the base of the scrum, and Slater really just runs straight there. Simple missed tackle in between 2 Spanish defenders. And it's really, poor defense from Spain, and they're going to be disappointed with that. But that's kind of what starts to happen when the scoreboard's going against you and nothing is going right. When you can't get hold of the ball and you're facing big, powerful runners like this, you just start to slip off tackles like that. And for Spain, they need to stay focused on what is the next task, what is the job at hand. Because points difference could prove crucial. I mean, this pool, who knows what's going to happen with the rest of the teams in the pool. So they need to end this game strongly and build up some momentum so that when they do go into their next game, they've got something they can believe in.
When you're ready,
that's right. The other sides in Pool A are New Zealand and the United States, who come up after this game. 3 of the sides featured in the same pool last week. Interesting to see if they're able to bounce back. The United States, it was New Zealand and Samoa that got through in that group. Here's Juan Martinez for Spain. Running from inside his 22, gets a high shot on him. Martinez, a captain, Spain on the 2021 series. Does find touch, but has been knocked back in beautifully. Was in the air when he did that. A bit of skill. We'll see that on the highlight reel as well. Paul Scanlon keeping it alive. And now Motu Opatai works it to the left. Niulevea gets that big lever working and finds the pass. Samoa on the outside. It's been kicked ahead. Spain will regather this. Ramos is there. Martinez looks up. Finally hit to the deck. Spain, first time really having possession. Eduardo Lopez, one of their strike runners, moves it to the right-hand side. Then big contact on Paul Pla. He's crumbled to the deck as Samoa come flooding in to concede a penalty. So Lopez taps and goes quickly. He's one try away from coming the third highest try scorer in Spanish history. Gets it back to the inside, does Ramos, and there's Lopez now. Oh, nice little off-road off the deck. Juan Ramos finishes off for Spain, and they strike back with a nice score here. Their first this weekend.
A really well-constructed try by Spain there, and you love to see that, staying positive, taking their opportunity, and there were some really nice little bits of ball handling there. This is a great line. Yeah, big contact. Great line there. Support line by Ramos to go in under the post. And that's what you want to see from Spain. You want to see them kind of moving the ball, continuing to go forward, interacting with each other. And it's great to see that they've been able to kind of stay focused, stay within the game, and stay believing that they can strike against this Samoa team.
Now, how about this? This is Paul Scanlon. Jumps from in the field of play, hits it back in.
When you're ready, I'll put someone.
Sublime skills.
Someone.
Actually, I think his foot was on the line when he jumped, but actually I think the rules changed where as long as you're in the air, you're kind of okay. So the rules have kind of moved around there in recent years, and I think the players are adjusting to that, and that's a nice bit of skill there from Slater.
Yeah, it really is. Maliko gives away a penalty. Spain looking to come back strongly in this game. Reina is on the field looking to go wide. Yep. Enrique Blinches stretches the legs into the 22. Finally brought down. 5 out. Perez finds Martinez.
Tackle!
He stopped in his tracks. To the right. Spain work. Nice dummy.
Advantage.
Reina with advantage. Cuts through a couple. Miguel Reina debuted here in Vancouver in 2021. And now Lopez throws a nice little dummy. Spain with the momentum on their side now. And more penalties.
Number 1. Offside. But yeah.
Lopez. Tall, rangy player, dives in. Eduardo Lopez gets his score and is now the third highest try scorer in Spanish history. 2 in a row for Spain.
Lopez powering his way over the line. Looked like the Samoan defense just slightly. That was some nice footwork there from Spain, and that's what got them on the front foot originally. Put those Samoan defenders offside. They didn't retreat, and Lopez just spots the Samoan defenders in front. Weren't quite ready for the contact. Powers his way over the line. And this is a nice little fight back from Spain. It's not going to be enough to come back in this game, but they're going to look back on these 2 tries. It's going to give them confidence as they look at the rest of the day. And who knows on points difference. If that comes to matter either in this tournament or over the course of the season, these 2 tries they've had the resilience to fight for could prove important.
Yeah, very important for them. Currently ranked 12th on the series. They knock it back nicely if they restart. Can they keep it in the field of play? They'll get scrum possession here.
And for that first 10 or 11 minutes we had, Samoa had the ball pretty much the entire time. These last 3 minutes, it's been a completely different story as it's been Samoa committing the penalties, the breakdown, Samoa with the knockdowns, Spain who've had the possession, and they've been able to use that possession to get these tries. So I think it shows the importance of possession in semis. When you have the ball, when you starve the opposition of opportunities to have it, they commit penalties and you get results.
The side who's based in Madrid go down the short side. Nowhere really to operate there for Reina. So back they work it. Thiago Romero gets away. Martinez floats one over the top, looking for the hot feet. Manteca does well. The 18-year-old Jaime Manteca. Spain got the last 2 tries, and here they come yet again. Perez away. Good width as they recycle possession with Blinches. Martinez. Lopez looking to ghost on the outside. He's slung to the turf here at BC Place, but nice footwork yet again. Gets rid of one, holds it up. Does Juan Martinez, the 22-year-old. Romero once. They move it down the chain. There's space here. Enrique Blinches will score the 3rd Spanish try. An excellent way to finish the games you mentioned. Won't be enough to win it, but they've gotten the board again.
Great fight back by Spain at the end of this game. I mean, they've done such a good job over these last 3 or 4 minutes. think they'll look back and say, hey, if only we could have done this a bit sooner. For Samoa, you wonder if they just took their foot off the gas knowing they had the game sealed. But they'll want to have a look at this, saying, okay, if we're in a game with a team that is able to be competitive right from the first whistle, what is it we did wrong here? What is it that we're doing right so early on that allowed us to build up that big lead? And how do we make sure it's more of the former and less of the latter?
So full time, it is Samoa that win this one, 31 points to 19 against Spain in Pool A.